go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Welcome to
Hi,
this Lunacal live
Hi,
session. And
welcome
joined by,
Facebook, YouTube, and Joe.
yeah, and
And
all
of
of us.
course, Pranshu from Lunacal.
Yes, Pranshu, thanks for making time. And my old partner in crime, Ruhani Rabin. Reunited and it feels so good. What's up, guys?
I'm in a football field. Yeah.
So we're gonna talk about this Calendly alternative today, creating some booking pages, right, Pranshu?
yes, Joe.
Yes. So give us a little, where you're from, what's your favorite color, little background on yourself.
Sure. So I live in Bangalore in India. I have a small baby boy at home. He's about 15 months, so you might hear some background noise. I'm sorry for that.
It's fine.
Uh, I've been in B2B SaaS space for the last 7 years, I think. Was head of marketing for a couple of SaaS startups. And then I sort of came up with the idea of Lunacal. We started building it about a year back. Took us almost 9 to 10 months to build. And then, yeah, finally launched a couple of months back.
That's awesome. And what was the reason behind building this tool? Were you
Yeah,
not
we love
happy with the
stories.
alternatives, the
You
origins?
just have to
We
give us
love
some
stories.
story.
Give a story. Why? What did you have something,
Yeah, how did
awakening?
it sparkle?
Yeah. So I'll tell you, I had a strong thesis, right? And this is when I was working in Happy, which is another large SaaS startup from India. Um, I realized that scheduling pages, they sort of attract your most qualified audience, right? People who are looking to engage with you, and this happens across businesses. If I have an SDR with me, the SDR probably is sending out scheduling links to a lot of people, and you want these people sort of want to engage with you, but again, they just see that boring, bland scheduling page, right? Which doesn't really add any value. And that's why I sort of thought of coming up with a way around, try to embed Calendly in a few landing pages, tried some workaround. And then I thought maybe there should be a product for this. And then we started thinking about it, went full time into it about a year back. And then we've been building the entire product since then.
Fantastic. Yep. There's the story. We always look for the story because that will be the cut for YouTube Shorts.
Yes. Me and Ruhani will work on this after the editing, making these short clips.
Yeah. So our audience is joining. Thank you, Interpret, and he's always join our stream. We are very thankful, and I think he's also based in Bangalore. As he said that he may have came across you in the past.
Oh, okay, quite possible.
Yep, the world is very small.
Inder's a good guy. Yeah, he's always. If you need a good engineering automation mind, talk to this guy. And Ruhani also. But backstory of Ruhani, or Ruhani Rabin, or Rabin Ruhani, I just call him RR. He's one of my oldest friends in the tech space. Not old like you're elderly, just known you a long time. And he's probably one of my only friends that I don't know what to call him. We talk about this all the time. Sometimes I say Ruhani, sometimes I say Rabin, but just
and
RR.
I'm okay. I'm equally okay with both.
I'm just playing Joe. I'm boring Joe.
He is the easiest to remember. So no matter what you do, like your brain is foggy in the morning, you didn't have your coffee, but you will remember Joe.
Yes. Sometimes you don't want to remember Joe, but
True.
So Pranshu, you launched a lifetime deal, right, on AppSumo. We should probably mention that, so people want to check that out. And how's that going for you? It's been a busy week. Besides the little one at home, juggling, launch, lifetime deal, SaaS, all this stuff.
So it's day two for us.
Yeah, answering the questions on AppSumo. Sarah joined. Hi, Sarah.
So yeah,
yes.
Yesterday,
Please go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I think since then I've probably answered like 70, 80 questions on AppSumo. There are just way too many questions that people have, and a lot of great feedback as well, right? So one of our objectives for launching on AppSumo was to get a lot of product feedback. which is something that I think we are able to accomplish now. And the other one was to get some initial power users, people who really want to use the product. They'll use it to any extent, and then if they love it, they'll probably spread the word. So that's what the objective was. So far, it's been going good. We have been able to sell quite a bit of licenses in the past one day, probably better than what I'd expected, but hopefully things go well in the next couple of months as well.
Sarah picked it up yesterday. That's great because she knows her tools. So I know she's been looking for a Calendly alternative, and then there was a few others that I didn't know that I have also on the shelf that aren't working as well. So it's good to see that your platform is actually working.
Yeah, and as I said, Joe, I mean, I have been through almost all of them, and at the end of the day, right, to have a furnished site ready to integrate is not really always the case. So there will be some missing area, like when I use WordPress, because I am dealing with a lot of WordPress stuff, and like things like WP Amelia is super complicated. You really have to drill down in a lot of stuff to get into that. And as I said earlier to Pranshu, that I was caught by surprise with the introduction. And I actually have my screen here. If anyone want to see how fast, no modification, just to tell everybody, I did not do a single modification. This is untouched, what it came out from this platform. So I'm just going to show it off for a bit. I think you will get an idea that how it came out just from the system itself, without me touching a single thing. So this is why I say that it is very practical, even for tier one, for individuals like myself. It's like very simple and get it done kind of things.
Yep. So all this content that you see here about company, about what Ruhani does, this sort of automatically gets generated.
Yep.
We have a couple of LLMs working at the back end, which try to get all this data from Google. They try to create content from it.
And which LLMs are you using? Can you say, or no? Is it custom?
No, it's not custom. There are 3 LLMs. I don't want to say it right now.
Okay. That's fine.
No, I agree with him. Let me explain why I agree with him. Because the moment he says the name, somebody will come up and say, "Can I BY okay?"
Yes.
No. Okay? No. So let's just put a stop on BY okay. This product did the job near perfect. Okay? I might need to do a little touch up, but other than that, it's really well done. So I'm going to remove my screen so you guys can see every one of us.
So actually a small story there, right? We took a lot of time to build the entire product. It was not a phase wherein you would create an MVP, test it out, and then improve on it. And the reason was that I realized that the MVP approach typically works when you're coming up with a product which is very, very innovative, right? There is no other product out there. But when you look at scheduling tools, you already have 40 scheduling tools in the market. I have personally used about 40 scheduling tools, which means just releasing another MVP would really, really not make anyone want to buy it, right? So that means you really have to come up with a much, much advanced product. And that sort of took us a long time to build. We had 5 engineers working for almost 10 months, and that's when we released our first version. So not the typical conventional wisdom. People usually want to ship fast, then fail fast. But we sort of took a slightly different approach there.
Nice. Do you want to walk through the tool a bit? Would you like to, Pranshu, share your screen and walk through some of the tool? I mean, Ruhani already showed us the front end, or
I mean, he should show the process, because the process is beautiful. The process itself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so easy.
Yeah, I can actually share my screen.
Okay.
Yes.
Is my screen visible?
There we go. You're good.
Yeah. So this is my scheduling page that's there on Lunacal. And this is the edit mode. So when you look at the preview version, this is how it looks. I've put in this purple color because this is something that techies usually like. but have a lot of different color options. And I really like each of these themes that we've created. We've really thought through them. This, for example, is a theme that most professionals use because it's pretty minimal and has a white background. Then you have this theme that we just saw.
Like
There
the
is a
bold.
place.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the bold. I've been using that.
Yeah. Then you have the playful theme. Somehow I haven't seen a lot of people use it. Maybe I don't have too many creative people in my user base,
No,
but
actually, I like it, but I like it in a in a format rather than page. Which I understand that it is a calendar, right? So you have the flip pages. I like this format in card
oh, got it.
view. Other than that, I actually wanted to use this one.
Will you be adding other themes under other color option? I mean, you have the other color options for bold, I believe, right? And the standard.
Yes. We actually are going to come up with color options for all the themes. Right now, they only exist for professional and bold themes, like you point out. And we are also coming up with new themes as well. So if anyone has any ideas around where to take inspiration from, or if there's something beautiful that we've seen on the net, do share, and we'll probably try to build a theme around it.
Oh, nice. You could have like a roadmap area for this where people can upload their ideas to you. Maybe I'll send you some stuff. I have plenty of ideas.
What was the product name? There was a product name. The founder name is Mike. He had a kind of roadmap to.
Yeah.
I can't remember right at this very moment.
Frill. Yeah. He also did the screens, right? That was his thing.
Yeah. The remote screens. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Definitely collaborate with other founders if you can, Pranshu. I mean, I mentioned to you like Go Brunch. Ruhani said they have a API, so you could probably integrate with them, and Kaizen, and there's so many. Live Portal. We have so many.
Yeah, Live Portal founder actually supposed to be here today because he wants to talk with Pranshu as well.
Good.
I mean, after this live.
Yeah. You could definitely collaborate with these other founders,
Yeah, happy to do that. So, this is how we've sort of come up with different themes. And then there is...
I think you really should show the initial stages, like when you sign up and it asks you some stuff and it generates the stuff. That is beautiful. Actually, honestly, I'm a fan of those things, So you gave me a wow factor, without telling me you're going to give me a wow factor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That is a pleasant surprise. So
let me actually do that. I'll delete.
Why not you do that?
Accounts that I have, and
Sarah says she can help you with some visual style. She loves fonts, just like me. So Sarah's good with that.
Oh. All right. I'm deleting one of the other accounts that I have, and let me share my screen again.
Yeah, I guess the audience really need to see that, you can, how the magic happens when you start.
You want? Yeah, so, I'll share it.
Sure,
should I share it now?
Yeah. Can you see my screen?
Yep.
Okay. So to begin with, this is the main sign up page. You can directly sign up with Google. This is where you specify about yourself. You continue.
This is pretty neat, this part. Yeah. So you guys should put some attention here.
Here you can put in your booking link. If I want, I can edit it, or maybe let me continue with the same thing. Then I can just connect my Google Calendar by clicking on this. It sort of pulls up all the different calendars that I have. Then I continue. And this is where I can also connect my Google Meet or any other tools.
And again, I am telling everybody, not many tools can do FaceTime, okay? and they did.
So this is what comes up. This is what we think is a wow moment for people, because this entire content is actually meaningful content that the
Yes.
AI has automatically created.
Pranshu, do you remember on the call we did privately a few weeks back? I think I set up my account and you did this. And I said, oh my God, I didn't realize it did all this. I thought it was just
I was so surprised that it actually picked up my WordPress profile and few other details.
Yeah.
Which was not even on my website. So where did it get it from? Means they did a search query and picked up the details from there. So yeah, I can appreciate the technology behind it pretty well. So that is why I'm appreciating the product itself.
Yeah, actually, right now it did not really get details about myself. Otherwise, usually it even gets those details. So everything that I would typically want to write about myself, that the fact that I live in Bangalore, I have a small kid at home. So all of those things sort of get populated here, and it actually
scary,
becomes something about me. It's borderline scary. Yes.
It finds out everything.
Yeah.
So everyone should be careful before they click publish. Because you have to click publish.
Double check. It'll give your address.
Yeah, double check.
Ruhani's phone number. Here you go. Call him.
Yeah. So if you look at this, it has sort of, it knows that Google Lunacal integration integrates with Google, Outlook, Apple, all three of them. This is what you were talking about, Ruhani, right?
Yes.
So all of these things are sort of automatically, it has come up with these things.
Yeah, Sarah is right. Yeah, so it even pulled few of the reviews. So this is why it really caught my attention at the very beginning. And how did it went and captured those data? So yeah. These are some of the critically nice things.
Yeah. So one of the things that we're thinking of building here is, and it will still take a few months for us to do that, is to build an AI avatar here, right? So the idea is that, let's say someone comes on my scheduling page, they can actually talk to that avatar, ask a few questions before they actually book some time with me. And the idea is that a lot of drop-offs which happen because the person is probably not sure, which we are partially trying to solve by putting in content here, can probably be solved even more if you have a person who sort of answers a lot of your questions.
Absolutely. If I'm not mistaken, you also, for the paid tier 2, I think tier 2 have the round robin feature and WhatsApp widget, right?
Yes. So WhatsApp widget is the widget that you can put here at the bottom, where you have all these scrolling icons and they come up here. Now, round robin is when you can create a team, add multiple people to a team. And agencies can, in fact, use the Teams feature to manage multiple clients. Because what happens is people who are part of a particular team would not be able to see other team members, right? So we did not really create this feature with agencies in mind, but later on we realized that it probably works really well for them as well, because they want to have
definitely.
Yeah,
Sarah, you're right. I mean, this is why we need to be very aware how we put in information online, because now everything AI looks at, and at some point we might need to block the AI bots to scrape data and such things. So 100% agreed with this. So Asif was asking, does it display local date and time to customer? Yes, it does. Automated.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you want to do
VPN.
questions. You want to do questions at the end, or I didn't want to post any yet. But
do a few questions.
Okay. Yeah, sorry.
You want to keep showing whatever you want to do.
No. At the end, we can do it in the QA format. Yeah.
Okay. I think I would probably want to walk through one interesting feature that I personally really like. And let me open my email for it. So, you know how sometimes people don't like sending these cold booking links? this, for example, is a link. Now, a lot of people are okay with getting this link, but sometimes you want it to be a little more personal. So what you can probably do there is use this email embed feature, wherein I can select a few time slots. Let's say I'm available on these 4 times, copy and like just paste it here, right? And I can write any.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
I just did this manually for another platform, so I can really appreciate this part.
Yeah, and people can directly click on it.
What I did, I am in the URL, I embed 2 dates and 2 time slots, copy it, not from this platform, some other platform, okay? So I copy 4 links for 4 slots. So you see the challenge? Now you have visually appealing email rather than 4 links.
Yeah. I think a lot of times sending out a link is also problematic for us as the owner of the calendar, right? Because I don't want people to book anytime.
It's a headache.
It's a headache. So either you change your availability, or this is actually an easier way to sort of do it.
Anything that can make it easier for us. Yes, please.
Yeah. No, it's a choice creep. I call it choice creep, or if you have too many choices, the problem becomes that you do not want that slot, right, to be booked, but you can't even block it. So they will go and book it. So I would rather give them a limited option that they should book that particular slot.
Yeah, exactly. Also makes it a little more personal, right? Because I've thought through these 4 links that probably are right for our meeting, and these are the 4 that I'm sending to you.
This is good. I also noticed that you have actually hooks. So when the event is coming up, 15 minutes before the event, there will be an email going out, or there are certain type of hooks. So you can make use of those hooks and do certain things.
And the buffer times are helpful too that you have.
Yeah.
That helps me a lot because other tools I've used, they don't give you that customization.
Yeah. So the workflows feature, actually, this is something that I really, really like. What we realized
you should show this because there is a lot of hooks inside the workflows. I'm using a different term, but from my point of view, it's a hook because it captures a specific event.
Yeah, actually, hooks is a good term for it. So what usually happens is most of the tools these days, they allow you to send email reminders before the meeting starts, right? But we thought that why not extend this logic, and for all the triggers that you can think of, can you create these workflows? For example, let's say an event is cancelled. Now, in this case, can you create a standard, let's say, re-engage if event meeting is cancelled, this kind of a workflow, so that we are asking people to book the meeting again.
Right? Yeah, rebook. Yeah.
Rebook, right? So it sort of brings back people who have cancelled the meeting. Similarly, let's say if there are reschedules that someone is doing, right? So at that point also you can nudge them a little bit so to make sure that they don't cancel the meeting from there, right? In fact, another small case here is post-meeting thank you or post-meeting engagement. Let's say an event is done. I probably want to send a standard thank you email along with a couple of links to my website, case study. So those sort of workflows can all be built here, right?
So when I was looking at this, can I tell you something that it came to my mind when I was looking at this? So it's just an idea. You don't have to take it. But this is something to think about because you are already working with LLM, right?
If you take the idea, you have to give Ruhani 10% though, right?
No, it's an idea. I like to help product founders. I mean, I came from product background originally. So what I thought that after let's say I had a meeting with Sarah, or I had a meeting with Joe, or there was 2 guests. So we collect the names, right? That this guest is joining us, right? So once the meeting finished, the LLM should do a transcription or you can talk with an API, transcription API, and then you summarize the top action points, the 5 action points from that meeting, and the rest of the things you summarize and send it to all these people, including myself. So what do we have after the meeting? You may also want to put your product link, or what should be the next step for you. So sometimes it's a business meeting. We are trying to seal a deal. So what would be the next step to seal a deal? You know what I mean? So you can play around with this, and actually, because you are using LLM anyway.
Yeah.
Right? So you can make use of it. I'm just saying, you don't have to do it, but this is an idea.
Yeah, that's actually a very good idea. I think there might already be very good products which sort of come up with all these details, right? Transcribing a meeting, coming up with next steps. So for us, it's just about integrating with those products and then making it available to users.
And
it's a good idea.
If I'm not mistaken, there is a product right now in AppSumo called Uniscribe. And if I'm not mistaken, they also have API. So you see, what I'm trying to say is
that's a great value right there, Uniscribe.
You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You use the right component and make things work, and it still will wow people, because you put it all together in a functional space.
Yeah, completely makes sense. I think, yes, something around meetings, transcribing them, getting intelligence out of it. This is another domain that we should probably innovate around.
Sarah says if you do an affiliate program, she will help you promote it.
There is an affiliate program they have.
Yeah. So
I was looking at it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not live. We have a link available on the website, but right now, because we have an LTD, right? So I would rather people promote the AppSumo.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That probably helps us.
Yeah, but, do this first and then that affiliate later. Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe, I have a question for you. What is that AIM doing there?
I think there was an issue with the link. They launched, actually Sarah caught it, that Pranshu, the original deal didn't have the what didn't have? The embed. The deal was incorrect. Didn't have the embed on all tiers. So I think they redid the URL. This was as of last night. They added an M in the middle. But today it might just be, hey, go to AppSumo and just search Lunacal and it'll pop up. But this was the link as of this morning. So
yeah, I was wondering why. Is there a specific meaning to it, or?
Yeah, I never saw it before. I mean, or you could use this one. This one is my affiliate link, which I never promote.
Yeah.
Ruhani has
one.
No,
just
too.
Use this one. Yeah. Isn't this easier? Yeah.
Yeah, but Ruhani has one also. We want just anyone who's interested to just buy it. Go check it out. You got the right. It's Pranshu refund period. I think is 30 days or 60 days, right? So
yeah, it's a 60-day refund period. I think AppSumo has done that as a very good. I think it ensures that people do not really have that risk. They can try out the product. If they don't like it, they can refund it within 60 days. So that's a
you could go to Ruhani's website.
I mean,
also.
If somebody want to do a meeting and look for a Calendly or Cal alternative, I think this is a very simple way to go, and very functional. As I said, that I hardly see products that is within 10 minutes is functional. So you can ask also Sarah. I think she had the same experience like myself.
Yeah. Because even when I shared it with you, Ruhani, I remember I was like, hey, do you want to do a Lunacal session? And he was like, I bug him all the time. And I was like, hey, look at this thing. And he's like, wow, Joe, this is pretty cool. I said, come on, Ruhani, you think I just want to talk to you and see you? Of course I do, no matter what I do. But it worked out. We do our first session in I don't know how long together. And Pranshu decided to bring us back together with a great tool.
How often do you guys do these sessions, by the way? Like, is it
we used to do a lot. But then, things came in, life happens, in between.
Yes. Right. As you know, Pranshu, we're having a child at home now. That helps.
Yeah.
And then we both still do sessions. Ruhani could check out his channel, RuhaniRabin.com, YouTube channel. We're streaming there now as well.
Yeah.
He does, I remember for a while there, you were doing like one a week, Ruhani. I was doing like two a month, so we try to We try to do as
in
much
between,
as we can.
I wasn't well last few months, so I kind of taken a time to recover, and all this happens in between, and yeah, and then now I'm focusing on WordPress, managing WordPress even locally, so it's another pressure on me. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Ruhani, so we created a plugin for WordPress. Although it's just an HTML code that can be embedded in a WordPress site without a plugin as well, but we still decided to sort of create a plugin. It's been more than a month, and we still haven't received an approval from their side. So I guess
Okay, I can talk. I mean, I can talk with a plugin group in WordPress side, but they usually have a pipeline. The problem is, let me tell you a little bit of backstory so you will understand. So what
yeah.
happened? There was a food, whatever fighting was going on between WordPress owner and few other companies, and after that, all the open source work has been put on hold. So
Oh.
what happens when this kind of hold happens?
Mhm.
You get a tremendous amount of request in backlog. It's
Oh.
tremendous. Is you won't believe is more than 50,000.
Oh.
So this is why you are getting delayed.
Mm.
Also, if you want to make the WordPress plugin, the embed style, maybe you can also look at the native JavaScript embed. Okay, what I mean by that is it renders on page like a native page. From the say SEO perspective, it's very, very effective.
Okay.
So rather than iframe, for example, it's an iframe, it will be native embed with CSS. So that's the future way of embedding. So what happens when the SEO agents are coming in and looking for data, like Google or Bing coming in and looking for data, they think this is a native part of the page.
Oh, understood.
So they will index it properly. Rather than iframe, sometimes what they do, they only mark it as iframe, but do not read the internal contents. I think Joe also knows about this.
I know some, but this is Pranshu. This is why I have smart friends. I keep guys like this around, so they make me look better or dumber.
Which one I did? Which one I did?
You made me look better today, I think. It was a good decision bringing you on this call. And you'll help Pranshu with the WordPress situation, so that's good.
Yeah.
But if you guys
So
go out for coffee,
if you need me to look at the
make
WordPress
sure you invite
plugin,
me.
yeah, you are always invited. So this year it will be big, as I told you. It will be huge. I mean, for this country, it will be the largest one so far. There's the target.
Yeah, dang, good thing we have embeds. I know the embeds are key.
Yeah, JS embeds are awesome. I mean, so how did I get to know about this? So there was some embed on my about page on the website. So whenever I Google and scrape the data from Google, and I see that embed part is blank. So they don't have any text picked from the iframe.
Oh.
But then I used a JS-based embed, which is like it renders the entire text, like your calendar values and everything. So now Google search also can see that. So that's something I learned.
I don't know how we do it, by the way. I probably need to check with the
Oh, there's a lot of way. There's a lot of way to do it. I mean, we can discuss separately on that.
It works in our, right? There's a HTML code that you can copy, and then you just enter it into the website. In fact, we have this thing embedded here. Do you think this is iframe, or is this?
You can right click and see.
Yeah, right click inspect, and then you will see what it is if it's an iframe.
Yeah, it's an iframe.
Okay.
Because when you right click there, the same place, if you right click the same place on top, you will see view page, view reload frame. That means it's in a frame.
Sorry, this?
Yeah, means it's a part of a frame.
Okay, got it.
You want to go through some questions?
Yeah. I think there's a lot of questions, right?
Yeah. Whatever you guys would like.
Answer.
Let's see.
Yeah, let's take a few questions.
Yeah, this way I know people wait. Some have already been answered, but let's see. How is it compared with cal.com? 87% of AI calling clients use it because of integrations.
Sorry, which one?
Cal.com.
Okay, Calcom. So from a backend feature perspective, right, we are slightly behind Calcom because cal.com is built for large enterprises, right? So they've built a large number of features. But from a scheduling page perspective, these sort of things are not available in cal.com as well. So Calcom is similar to Calendly or TidyCal in the sense that they have these standard basic pages. We sort of have come up with these fancy content-rich pages.
Yeah.
But Calcom is actually a pretty good tool, a pretty robust tool from that perspective.
Francois, I use Vecteta for my online meetings and scheduling system is pretty good for this tool. Can Lunacal also propose different types of meetings and have rules on how calendars should be managed? Yep, you could do different meetings, right?
Yeah, you can create these different events. For example, I have a different event for sales demo, for any intro, for any implementation discussion. And instead of sending just my link, I usually end up sharing a link of that particular event, right? So
Nice.
if I have to do implementation, I'll probably share this link. And this link has all different configurations, right? The buffer time, the availability, this is all different. In fact, when let's say I'm hiring and I want to take interviews, I usually take them in the morning. I create a new event. It's usually a 15-minute event, and people can only book morning slots because that's when I want to take interviews.
Yeah, that's a good time for you. Yeah, I try to do afternoon, evening, morning if I can. Is it safe with the free forever plan? Yeah, is your finance safe? You have to see the LTD community is always worried that we want to make sure you're okay and that you offer the free trial, free forever plan. Will that be okay on scaling? Have you thought about this?
So fee forever plan, not for LTD, but for a normal user.
Normal, yeah.
I think we probably will not do it beyond a stage.
Okay.
The reason we have kept a free forever plan right now is we want people to try out the product, and every time they share it, they are also advertising us, right? Because you have this.
Yeah, that helps.
But I think beyond a point, we would not really want to have a completely free plan.
It makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense to support, all these free members. How many members do you have on your team?
We are 8 people right now. Apart from me and one more person, everyone else is a techie.
Nice.
So
nice.
Just an engineering team.
You can add a company logo. Yeah, I've done that, right? We can add a company logo if we'd like. Right there in top right corner.
A bad job at adding a bad logo, but yes, you can add
I didn't know which logo to use on mine, so I think I removed the company logo for now. Can we add the C name? That's available on the higher tiers?
Yes, that's available in tier 3.
Tier 3, yep. There we go. Francois, is the tool available with a French UI? Francois has to get the French question.
Yes, so that's a very good point. I think I have 6 or 7 questions that are there on AppSumo are around language. So it's there in our public roadmap. Most likely by the end of July, you should have 5 or 6 more languages coming up. But even right now with this product, you can still have all of this customer facing content in your own language, right? So have like this entire thing can be in French as well. So it's still usable from that perspective.
Excellent. Does it display a local date and time to customer?
Yes, it does. This is local date and time that shows for people.
In there, yep. The webhooks and the round robins he knows about. Does it have webhooks?
Yeah, we don't have webhooks right now. Again, something that you should be able to see by the end of this week. I think webhooks is another thing that I had not really thought of initially. And probably a week before we launched, A couple of people very, very highly recommended that you have to have webhooks. Without it, the AppSumo community is going to hate you. So
Let
Was
me
it
explain.
Ruhani that asked you? Ruhani probably asked.
Probably I did. Because, okay, webhook is a universal format for receiving data. So all the automation tools in the world, they have a webhook endpoint they can read. So you see, rather than building individual integration for each entity, for make.com one, then you build Zapier, you want to do Pabbly Connect, no need to go through all these things. You are reinventing the wheel and adding more friction into your product development. What you can do, once you have webhook, we can figure out, because we know how to use webhook, right? And we can integrate it with make.com, Pabbly, name, whatever you name it, right? They support webhook. So you see, so rather than doing individual Pabbly integration, you can just give us a webhook where the data you fire when there is something happening on the backend. That's it. Then you take off things from your shoulder.
Absolutely makes sense. So we had integrated with Zapier earlier, and I thought that should probably solve problems for people. But this is what people are saying, that you have to have webhooks.
Pabbly is on the roadmap.
Pabbly is not on the roadmap, but if I see a lot of requests from people wanting to do that, then I'll put it on the roadmap.
The funny thing is, you won't need Pabbly integration, because once you have webhook, you can natively integrate it with Pabbly or any other platform.
Francois wants to know, is the solution GDPR compliant, and where the server's located, if you can share?
Yes, the services are located in the US, and the solution is GDPR compliant.
Nice. That's good news. Let's see. Okay.
By the
way, I just want to add it in. Franco actually is a very helpful person. So for the context, if I understand, sorry, for the context, he was talking about French, which I can understand, is the client-facing side, means your public view of the calendar. So he was talking about that. And in the future, if you need a true, French translation, he can do that as well. So keep him in your roadmap.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Vladimir is asking about the language again. Yeah.
I wonder how good LLMs have become in terms of translating the entire product in a different language. If not, then I'll have to use a lot of freelancers to get this done.
Yeah, Sarah's agreeing with the webhooks are way better.
Yeah.
Very, very good. Let's keep the questions coming. If anybody has any more questions, I know Vladimir is asking again about the language support. He might have missed it before, but
yeah.
Which are the languages?
Sorry, go ahead.
In the comment section, which are the languages that people want? One is French. What else?
Yeah, let's get some more languages. Anybody? You can put some Croatian for me if you want, but my Croatian's rusty.
But I think for Joe, you can also put Russian.
Russian, yes. It's any of the Slavic languages. We can handle Czech, Slovak, Bosnian, Serbian,
Slovak.
I don't know Hindi. I don't know those languages, but I need to learn these other languages. My daughters are actually learning,
there's a huge demographic of Russian, Slavic language.
Yeah.
Of course, in Europe, French is quite dominant as well. And
my daughters,
these two I can see.
My daughters are learning Mandarin in kindergarten and second grade. They're speaking, Mandarin.
Yes.
And they're reading signs. We're going through the city, the Chinese restaurants, and they know what it says, and it just blows my mind. Oh, they still learn. That's good. With all this AI, that the kids will still learn.
It also comes from a strategy that which are the market you want to penetrate first.
Yes.
So if you have a thought process that, okay, I want the Slavic speaking market to penetrate and let them comfortable. So you should have few major languages like Russian, traditional Chinese, simplified Chinese, and Cantonese. or Mandarin. So you can pick whichever is the highest number and do it, something like this.
I'm sure Spanish, you'll get requests for Spanish.
Yeah.
You know, in the US is still a very popular language. And I think the US, we don't even have a default language technically. For a while, it was Spanish was dominant. And now I think it's more Chinese. Mandarin is becoming more and more. But we have so many languages here.
Yeah.
So you can do a market study, and also you can decide by yourself that whether you want to penetrate certain market, because honestly, the Russian-speaking market and Chinese-speaking market is huge. If you can get them to adapt your product and UI, and they will be more than happy to spend the money.
But I think there people, even the calendars and video conferencing tools that people use, I doubt they use Gmail or Outlook. So there we'll probably have to do a lot of integrations.
They use Yandex on the Russian side is Yandex calendar. So you can look at those integrations in the future, not right now. It's not a super priority, but you can think of it. Yeah,
German, French, Spanish would cover so many countries. Yep.
To start,
DeepL is best in class translation if you're looking for an app that helps.
Okay.
I think there is a bit more text.
Due to technical language, AI is not great at translation.
Yeah, I think product translations, maybe AI would not be able to do. We actually used a couple of tools to create product walkthrough videos using AI. And there, I think AI did a great job. I just have to record the stream, and the AI will have all those zoom in effects with the person talking about click here, go do this. So that
actually, like Sarah said, you can ask users to proofread. That's one very, very easy way to go. You can ask your own customers based on, for example, Francois. You can just ask him, because he's really native speakers. He knows the grammar and all those nitty-gritty details. So he can proofread for you. He have been helping other founders.
Yeah, Francois is great. Francois is great. He does some live sessions with us, so we can do a session, a Lunacal in French session with him for your French audience.
Yep.
But he speaks better English than I do, so he's good with English as well.
Yeah, I mean, he is bilingual by definition.
yeah, definitely.
So there's a really good French company called L'Empire. I'm not sure if you guys have heard of it.
L'Empire.
And they have
I haven't.
Yeah, so they have a product called Lunacal, which is a competitor of ours.
I wonder if Francois knows about this one.
Yeah, I think the founder is sort of bootstrapping. They probably are at about 40 million ARR. Yeah.
40 million?
Yeah, 40.
Damn.
Probably that's what I remember.
And there says this looks smooth. Yep. So guys,
it is.
The AppSumo, go check it out on AppSumo. The pricing is pretty fair, I'd have to say, for the deal. Even the tier 1.
To be honest, again, I'm telling a lot of people, if you don't need those widgets and stuff, right? Even tier 1 is really good for your day-to-day meetups. And if you are managing a company by yourself, you can just do it with that.
Yeah. There are a couple of more interesting things. Let me...
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. We have some time.
So one is the group bookings feature.
Yeah.
What you can essentially do is you can have a set number of slots. Maybe let's say I have an English class and I offer 5 seats. So I can save this event and I can allow a particular time slot to be booked by up to 5 people. Right. So group bookings helps from that perspective. Another interesting thing is duration. So what we've sort of built is I'll have to disable group bookings for it to be activated. That instead of having a fixed 30-minute duration, right? I can have a list of durations. Let's say 5 minutes, 20 minutes, and 45 minutes. And then I let the people who are booking time choose. Yeah. So for this particular event, for example, there is still there's a drop down Select the duration that I want, and then book time. So
Very nice.
These two are like features that not a lot of people explore, but I personally those features.
Inder's asking about an integration with platform like BrainCurt and WebInSarkit, Wave integration.
No,
I don't know if you know BrainCert is like they do like a video, they have courses, but they have a meeting video conferencing tool. I guess a lot of people, I've even asked you, Pranshu, about doing Go Brunch or other tools, Kaizen, but you could just add the link, correct, when you set up the meeting, even though there's no integration yet for these other tools.
Yes, that's one way to do it, wherein you can have if you have a static available, then you can put in this static link.
Okay.
For example, I have like these 3 static links for everything. For my tech calls, I use this. For design call, I use this. And this is for any custom call that I want, right? So if I did not have Google Meet here, I would have probably put in this link. And every time someone books a meeting, I know I have to jump on this link. So in case the meeting tool that you use is not on Lunacal, then this is one way around.
Francois knows the company you were talking about, the French
I had a feeling he would know.
And then
it's a pretty famous company. In fact, I did not really know that France also has a very good SaaS startup ecosystem.
Yes,
and
they do.
When I hear that founder talk about, that's when I realized.
Lunacal supports PayPal, correct? Does it have a Razorpay yet?
Not yet.
But I think Stripe should come first.
Right, yeah.
In terms of priority, I think Stripe is something that we definitely want to integrate, and then maybe Razorpay. I did not know that, as in I'm not sure if people outside of India use Razorpay a lot or not.
No, but India demographic is already so big, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Razorpay is one of the big fintech giants in India.
Yes.
So I think Indians would definitely want to have Razorpay integration.
Vladimir wants to know about the integration with CRM, such as Flowloo. Can I build it into pages with iframe?
No. So in terms of CRM, I think I'm not aware of this particular CRM that is mentioned. Maybe if webhooks are in place, you can probably use that to integrate.
Bring the data in. Yeah.
Yeah.
In India, Razorpay for paid consultation. Okay.
I think what he meant is that, like all the calendars, they will use Razorpay in India. So the consultation, like a consulting business.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, so the use case is essentially of paid bookings, right? The reason, so I have a friend whose sister is a psychiatrist and she sort of uses Lunacal. And she also wants me to integrate with Razorpay, because what she wants is that whenever people are booking time, they need to pay first before they make the payment. And I've been asking her to use PayPal, but she doesn't want to move to PayPal. She says Razorpay is something that she anyway uses. So I think that's why people want Razorpay.
No, sometimes PayPal is notorious. So they can lock your money. They can do certain things that we can't do anything about.
Yeah, they protect the refund policy. I guess the client, the user gets a lot of protection, but then the seller, it becomes a problem. I know a lot of people have had that issue.
I think
another thing, actually, I wanted to ask that, if you go back to the management interface, I kept this question. So do you have any custom fields for the, for example, right? I want to have a questionnaire that what is your website built with? Is it built with WordPress or is it some other CMS? So if it was not built with WordPress, I don't want to continue the meeting, something like that. So
yes, you mean these booking questions, right? The way you have these questions.
Yes. I may have missed it.
Yeah. No, I think we did not cover booking questions. So the use case that you talked about, right? Where you put in all those questions, and let's say the question is a is a multiple choice question. So what's your website built on?
Not typing.
And then I can have a drop down enabled here.
Yeah.
Right. So you can have
Yeah.
WordPress or like more options
Others.
here.
Yeah.
Keep on adding more options, and when people are booking, they can provide this information.
Yeah, I think I missed this part. I mean, either maybe it's not even visible in the free plan. I'm not sure. So we'll check afterwards.
Oh yeah, definitely have to see if you can get that checked.
In fact, a few more use cases here, right? For people who are serving like other companies, they usually want to know the company size or the company revenue when others book time with you, right? So that can also be done here. You can ask what's your employee count, give a ranges here, and then people can select it while booking. Also, the question can be a mandatory question or it can be an optional question.
Yes.
The idea is that
exactly. Yeah.
What about a mobile app? Do you have that, or just mobile friendly? I guess the website.
So the website is mobile friendly. Even the scheduling page is mobile friendly, but we don't have an app right now.
Okay.
And
no, there might be a bump over here, because if you want to make a mobile app that supports CNAME, it's pretty. It can get complicated.
Yeah.
So means I have a single mobile app, but tomorrow it might look like my website design, and today it looks like Lunacal design. So there is some complexity around that area.
That part, yeah. Vladimir wants to know, custom domain be added at low levels. I guess the lower tier plans, I guess.
Yeah, I guess you mean the...
It's probably it's tier 3 or...
It's right now available only for tier 3. Again, a very common question that I think a lot of people on AppSumo have also asked. Still thinking if we should introduce it to tier 2. But in any case, Vladimir, if you want, just ping us on support and we'll try to help you there.
So I want to know, is there a way to ask for a document
upload
like
documents,
a maps upload before scheduling the meeting?
I think maybe inside the custom fields there is.
Yeah. So you cannot upload a document, but you can have a field where you can ask people to maybe upload it on
Google Drive link. Yeah.
So there is a recruiter who uses Lunacal for this specific case, wherein they want the candidates to share their CV. So they've added a question saying, provide link to your CV, and then people just put in that Google Drive link.
Okay. Corey wants to know, is there a video limit on the booking page? How many YouTube videos?
There is no limit as such. You can put in any number of videos, but I would not recommend adding too much content here, because otherwise make it
it will take out the minimalism and the focus point.
And you'll be adding the YouTube icon, Pranshu, the YouTube icon on the bottom, the social icons. I think I bugged you about that one.
Yes, we will. I think that completely makes sense. A lot of people who have YouTube channels, they would want the entire thing to be here. So yeah, that's on the roadmap.
And you discussed this before with Ruhani, I think. Any plan to come with a WordPress plugin?
Yep.
Yeah, they already built the plugin. They're just waiting for it to clear by the WordPress team.
Yeah, just the approval is pending. Should happen any day now. In any case, you can, I think, even if you have a WordPress website, you can still copy this and use it on WordPress.
Yeah.
The reason I know is that there are companies on WordPress who use Lunacal right now.
Yeah, I already embedded it on my site, just on a hidden page,
sorry.
Just to test it out. I'm so happy. Yeah, Francois would like the custom domain also. I guess it's only on the high tier for now. The small businesses would need it.
Yeah, we're still thinking if we should probably put it on the second tier also, but haven't taken a decision.
Yeah.
Francois, again, you can ping us on support once you have the second tier. I'll try to help you there.
Yeah, Pranshu is a pretty cool founder. I'd say a nice guy, right, Ruhani? What do you think? Nice guy?
Yeah, definitely. He helps out a lot, and
yes.
And he actually put a lot of thought process in the product, because I see him interacting with many other products, and he follow up. It's not a interaction like, oh, I talk about it tomorrow and I'm gone. No, he actually drill down deeper and find out that, okay, this thing is not working, or can you help me on this? So then I get to learn that there were certain things there that I didn't knew. So in that way, I also learned from him. So yeah, definitely he's a person you should keep close for any product related things, because he is the right user.
Yes.
He will dig down.
Yeah. So I guess we went an hour, answered a lot of questions.
Yeah.
Pranshu, thanks. We got to check out Lunacal, appsumo.com. Lifetime deal is available there for
is there.
a little bit.
The link is there.
Oh yeah, go to lunacal.ai to see all that stuff. And Ruhani has a little YouTube channel as well. We're streaming there now. I think it's probably bigger than mine. And his website, ruhanirabin.com.
Yeah.
If you want to learn,
if you actually want to learn stuff,
yes, if you actually want to learn, I think Ruhani, you should do courses like teaching classes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If you have time.
I've been actually trying to do that, but what I need to do, I need to build a format that I can deliver to the people. And I've been working on that. But in between, there is few other things that came in, kind of took away my attention. But yeah, I agree with you that, I wanted to do classes that solve things, because I want to solve things. That's my thing.
Inder wants to know about the Lunacal, the story. I guess, what about the name Lunacal? Where'd the name come from? Anything interesting there?
Nothing interesting. With thinking of, I wanted to have Cal in the name so that it's relatable. People know what the product does.
Well, Luna is a Latin. Luna is
moon,
the
right?
moon.
Yeah, Luna is related to lunar. Yeah.
So it will always have significance. The Sol is the sun.
And I have a friend that named his daughter Luna recently, actually. Luna, very popular name.
So
Luna will always, you will notice a lot of things will have name like Terra, Luna, and Sol. Sol is the sun.
Yep.
So yeah, I can relate with that one.
Vladimir wants to know, can customers change the time and date of their meeting on their own after a while? So later on, is it easy to change?
I think
you mean people
he meant if the meeting is already scheduled, is it possible to change the timing, or is there a link that they can click and change time? Which is a great point, to be honest. Yeah.
So there are two things there. For a regular meeting, let's say I allow people to book time with me. If they want, they can reschedule the meeting using the link that's there in the mail and reschedule it to a different time. But at the same time, you have an option to prevent them from canceling or rescheduling, right? That's also available in the product. And that's usually important in case of paid meetings. You don't want people to have a paid meeting and in the last moment say, I don't want to have the meeting, or just cancel the meeting.
Right.
So to prevent that,
so there is a lockdown system as well.
Yeah. But in most cases, you would be okay with people rescheduling or canceling.
Yeah.
Nice. All right.
So I wanted to ask a small question. It just came to me. Maybe it's already there, which I haven't noticed, which is like how advanced you can schedule. So what happens? I can say that
you can only... from now.
Yeah, like if somebody scheduled 3 years from now, it will be odd.
Ruhani, right? I don't even know what I'm doing tomorrow. You want me to think that far ahead? Oh boy. You sound like my wife. She's very organized. She knows what's going to happen.
Yeah,
what are we doing?
Nobody is going to schedule 3 years ahead, man. I'm just saying.
You never know. There are people out there.
Yeah, I never know. If you give them the option, they might accidentally click 3 years later, and win
we
a hand.
Have a feature for this, Ruhani, and that's exactly what we are trying to solve. let me quickly share my screen. So
Sure. I might have missed it,
Yeah. Do you see this advanced booking limit here?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I am talking about.
Yeah, you can either have, let's say, for the next 60 days, you can book meeting, or you sometimes just want to allow meetings for a specific time.
To a specific. Yes. Thank you so much.
Just for you, right? Inder wants to integrate with Vaping.
No, it is a well thought out product. So what happens, because I only get to check it out yesterday, and I had a very limited time, about an hour, to go through everything. So I might have not drilled down everything inside, but this is why I said I might have missed it. And it happens to be, it's already there with the control, even the extended control, like a specific date is already there.
Yeah.
Talking integrations again, which we discussed, right?
I actually did not know that. I've not heard of these two platforms, but
these are actually voice-based platform.
Okay, what do they do?
Yeah, so it can make calls, like AI-based calls. So it can emulate your voice and make a call.
Oh boy.
Understood.
Yeah, this will open up the Pandora's box.
Yeah. Come on, just use FaceTime, Inder.
Yeah.
We got FaceTime out here.
I think this was inevitable. Somebody would ask this. Yeah.
Custom SMTP. I'm assuming this is for email workflows, right?
Yes.
So no, that's not available right now.
Okay. Yeah. That question.
White labeling of SMTP. No, Vladimir, that is not available right now.
Yeah. But something to think about, right? Just don't listen to everybody. Yeah. Don't listen to all of us, but you'll get good ideas from people. Sumolings definitely bring ideas.
People who are running agencies would definitely want to have custom SMTP because it sort of gives them the entire control.
Yeah.
I think we discussed this internally once, and I don't know why we dropped it, but definitely open to exploring it again.
Yeah, you can modularize it, so make it a component rather than fully integrated system. So if they have the permission, means if they are tier 3, tier 5, or whatever it is for agency, they may choose this add-on to be activated. So it becomes an add-on rather than giving it to, or you. So what I'm trying to say is build it like a component rather than into the core product itself.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, people, I guess, for these the voice platform, they're paying 15 to 20K per month for these platforms. Ooh, I'm in the wrong business.
Definitely.
I'm still just calling people, like, and I'm on Facebook Messenger. Here you go. How you doing?
So there is a bad side of it. So first of all, the scammers, right? They will
record
clone
your voice,
on
the voice, and then ask for money. Yeah.
Yes. So that is one. Second is, when this will become a norm, means there is so many scammers doing this. So then, if I call my friend, he will say, "Can you tell the verification word for you and me?" Like, I'm calling Joe, so Joe is asking, "You need to tell me the verification word to confirm this is you."
Safety word.
Safety word. Or tell me a 17-digit code.
Did you see the video of the phones, the 3 phones, AI voices talking to each other, the phone call? They say, like, one's talking to the other, and it gets all confusing. And if anyone calls you, you could just put an AI up to it and have a conversation and go make tea and leave.
No, interpret. Don't take it the wrong way. I'm not saying you are not genuine or anything. What I'm saying, there are a lot of possibilities with it, like, negative way.
Yeah.
But it's not you. I'm not talking about you.
Yeah,
definitely
no. It's not Inder. Inder's a good guy. He's a good guy. He's one of the good guys. Good to know him.
Yes.
So when the Skynet AI cloning war breaks out, I'm calling a few people, Ruhani, and I'm calling Inder, and I'm going to call Pranshu, and I'm going to have it scheduled through Lunacal before the end of the world, so we could fight.
No, we will go to the extreme. We will go to the extreme. If the Skynet situation comes over, then we will go to the extreme to have ham radio chain ham radio to US.
Old school. You're right. We have to do it that way. And if it starts in France, we will go, bunker down with Francois, because he knows where to go in France. So I think we have everything pretty much set up. We're ready. I hope.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
This is the transformational stage. This will also cool down, and there will be more controls coming over. Right now, there is not much control in all this AI and all this stuff. But eventually, I must respect the musicians, the artists like Joe himself, that I don't want his drawing to be come up by some AI day after tomorrow. Definitely do not want. I don't want my favorite musician's music to be, plagiarized in a way.
Did you see the lawsuit that Pixar and Simpsons?
No, lawsuit is lawsuit. No, Joe, there is a core issue in here.
But they're actually going after AI. They're trying to Midjourney. I believe Midjourney right now. Yeah.
There is a protocol behind it. So they are calling it poisoning of AI. So what it does, you put a signal layer into your song, signal layer into your art. If AI scans it, it will have a destructive consequence.
Oh.
So I'm studying that as well, because these are the things that will shape the future.
Like a poison pill, throw it in there.
Yeah. So
interesting.
There's a 8-bit code that is possible to put in a music format. When you hear it, you won't hear it because it's below our hearing level.
Yes.
But the AI will hear it. And then when it copies the music, it's completely different.
Order 66.
Yeah, something like that.
Star Wars.
I love to talk about all these things.
Yeah,
Sorry.
This is fun. No, that's what we got to do. We want to do a weekly show, Ruhani, talk about all this fun stuff. But yes, Lunacal. All right.
No, great job. I have to give it to you, that you have done a great job with the product. Initial product that came to AppSumo that looks this polished, this functional. We hardly see these kind of things.
Yes, we're very happy, Pranshu, very happy. And we appreciate your time. You answered all the questions. Thanks everyone for joining. Ruhani, of course, RuhaniRabin.com. AppSumo, go check it out. Lifetime deal. If you miss it, if this is replayed a year later, 10 years later, lunacal.ai.
Then he have to remember us, right? Because of this video.
Yes. Invite us over for tea.
When he is billionaire, then we can go and ask him something.
Yes. All right. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you guys. Have a good night over there.
Thank you, Pranshu.
Good morning.
Have a good luck with your kid. It's at the beginning. It's very hard, but you will get used to it.
Yes.
You will get used to it. Yes.
Thanks, Pranshu. Thanks, Ruhani. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, everyone, for joining. Bye-bye.
Bye.